Manhattan. Welcome to this week's edition of Channel 8 News. I'm Miley Woodman.
And I'm J. Ryan Roberts. We've got an exciting show for you coming right up.
Coming up on Channel 8 News. Nope. It practices a preparedness drill that is essential to keep the agriculture protected.
What was left unprotected by natural elements was UPC's chalk art.
On the positive side, the Sunset Zoo welcomes some furry new members.
All this sports and weather coming up on Channel 8 News.
This is Channel 8 News, KKSU LP. From Manhattan and Riley County. From Kansas State University, this is Channel 8 News.
Leaves are starting to wither and temperatures are dropping. Let's take a peek outside with reporter Katia Like to see how Kansas weather is looking.
Thanks, guys. So right now we got some clear skies, nice and sunny, but it is a little chilly, so you might want to put on a light jacket. I personally probably should have got some goosebumps. But if you stay tuned and stay right here, I'll let you know about your 5-day forecast and what you can expect for football on Saturday.
Thanks, Katia. For Kansas, the cattle market is one of the biggest economic resources in the state.
So Channel 8 reporter Zach Doherty went to see what would happen if that market was threatened.
I witnessed the emergency drill firsthand to learn more about the state of Kansas and how they would handle an outbreak of foot and mouth disease.
The parking lot at the Biosecurity Institute on Kansas State University campus was a little more full than normal last Wednesday morning. This highly secured area was filled with a broad range of officials from the military and state agriculture departments from across the nation. Can we just ask you what you're doing here?
Actually, I can't. There's an exercise today, and I'm here to support the Department of Agriculture.
It's 8:45 in the morning, and the drill had just begun.
I don't want to jump ahead of this and be saying things about an exercise that I'm not supposed to know about at this point.
When the media first entered the Biosecurity Research Building, they were not allowed any video or pictures. Over 200 individuals participated in the functional exercise, acting as if there was a confirmation of foot and mouth disease in one cow traveling from Alabama. The foreign animal pathogen is extremely contagious and is fatal for all hoofed animals who come in contact with a carrier of the infection. As the drill progressed, the situation got more tense. Channel 8 News was asked to leave the vet building and was not told why.
Kansas State Can I ask you to please stop recording? Everyone, this is Dr. Bill Brown, Animal Health Commissioner.
Again, we're closing all 4 of our borders in the state of Kansas at this time.
The Riley County Fire Department and other resources in the community are prepared and trained to handle the potential outbreaks of foot and mouth disease and other disasters.
Well, our regional team, our hazmat team, has portable showers that they can set up. We have the ability to warm water and have hot showers for people, brushes, just a lot of what you would imagine if you were just going to wash people off.
The decon equipment includes a hazmat suit, which ensures the fireman's safety from harmful toxins on the ground and in the air. But firefighters need to know what they're up against.
Do you feel like there's anything that could touch you from the outside?
Homeland Security was on the site to watch every moment on both days of the drill. Because in the next 2 to 3 years, when NBAF starts operating, first responders are going to have to know how to handle the possibility of a dangerous situation.
Just a reminder, this was just a practice drill. If last week's exercise was a real threat of foot and mouth disease, the state of Kansas would be deeply impacted financially, as it is one of the strongest holds on the hoofed livestock in the national market.
Last week during the show, we had Steve Gallitzer, who told us why the drill took place and how it would affect K-State. Steve now joins us live from the KSU campus.
Hi, Steve. Thank you for joining us again. Can you tell us a little bit about what the point of the drill was this past week?
The point of the drill was to have the whole state experience an event where a foreign animal disease has potentially entered into our state space. To see how well all the different agencies react to work together to reduce the potential effect of a disease.
Thank you. Zach, you were there. What was it like?
The atmosphere was filled with urgency. You would never guess it was a drill. Everyone was walking around, as you saw in the package earlier, that we were actually kicked out of a couple buildings. People were constantly trying to get us to move and everything like that. You would have, like I said, the atmosphere, you would have never have guessed it was an actual practice.
And Steve, did you guys find any gaps in the exercise or anything that you guys could improve on?
Well, every time we do any kind of an exercise, we find things that we can improve on. That's the whole reason we do it. Did we find things this time? Some things that we kind of expected. We had a lot of players on campus besides state agencies. We also had the College of Veterinary Medicine playing along, as well as the Department of Animal Science and Industries, as well as my department, Division of Public Safety. We went as high as the president. We had the president's cabinet involved in decision making at a higher level. So we got to play things that we had not been able to do in the past. It was pretty exciting.
Thank you. Zach, you were there. Did it feel like K-State was prepared?
I feel like the whole K-State community was pretty prepared. The only problem was some of the farmers around the local area did not know about the drill. I feel like maybe in the future they should inform them, because after talking to a couple of them, I felt like they really wanted to be more of a part of the drill, and so they know what to do in the future.
Okay, thank you so much to the both of you and for giving us an inside look on that. We're going to take a quick break, but stay right here.
Class, study. Class, eat. Play, play, play. Study. Class, chill. Class, eat, study, play, study. Sometimes it seems there just aren't enough hours in the day at our 3 campuses, so you have to make every minute count, especially those precious first few. That's why Kansas State alum Herbert Diamond invented the snooze alarm, a dorm room fixture. Because even when you can't wait to get started, sometimes it's nice to wait to get started. Where there's a wildcat, there's a way. Around here, school pride isn't just some slogan on a t-shirt. It's the spirit that comes from understanding we are stronger when we're together. That's the essence of K-State Proud, a nationally recognized student-led fundraising campaign. In just 6 years, K-State Proud has helped raise more than $500,000 to help students who need it most and appreciate it best. Think of it as Philanthropy 101. K-State Proud. It's just one more way the Kansas State family treats one another, well, like family. Where there's a wildcat, there's a way.
Welcome back to Channel 8. I'm Jay Ryan Roberts.
And I'm Miley Woodman. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Channel 8 KSU and on Facebook, Channel 8 News KSU. If anybody believes that Manhattan is a sleepy little town, they haven't been on Bluemont in front of Aggieville recently.
It's street construction, bulldozers and hammers. That chaos is not going away anytime soon. But what is being built on the front door of campus? Channel 8 reporter Alex Aiden went to see what was literally behind the green curtain.
An 8-foot chain link fence with a green curtain hides a very noisy sight where 25 workers are constructing something that will give weary travelers a good night rest.
Out here about where this Bobcat is going to be our bar area.
Finding a hotel room in Manhattan can sometimes be a problem. Football weekends and big conventions stress the current number of hotels in town. The Bluemont Hotel, located on the corner of Bluemont and Manhattan Avenue, is expected to open in August of 2014. The hotel will be 5 stories tall, equivalent to the first 5 stories of Building 820 next to the site. Andy Suber, a developer for the Bluemont Hotel, believes it will be a beautiful hotel.
We think it's going to be beautiful. There's lots of renderings out there done by Action Pack Design, who is the architect, and it's absolutely stunning. It's 5 stories on this corner and 4 stories on the rest of the hotel with the underground parking, all privately funded.
The hotel will have a unique layout, including a bar, pool, and retail area.
This area down here is going to be where the pool is located and some other back-of-house functions and kitchen.
co-architect Casey Culverston is excited about the design.
This is North Manhattan, and this will be the Bluemont side, so the corner of the hotel is here, entry off the street here. The parking garage will be along the north side on the back.
There is no doubt the Bluemont Hotel will help an already booming Aggieville economy. The hotel will add 110 rooms to those who are visiting the Manhattan community. A spot across from campus that used to be occupied by apartments and homes will now have a brand new sparkly hotel.
Manhattan will be looking forward to this hotel that will employ 20 to 25 people. But in the meantime, the chaos around Bluemont and Aggieville will only get worse, because when they start putting up the steel beams to build the 5-story high-rise, those beams will come on tractor trailers that will have to park somewhere. That will only make the traffic congestion worse.
Well, the Bluemont Hotel isn't the only new addition to the Aggieville scene.
This addition might not have 5 stories with 100 bedrooms, but it has stories of 5 different taco condiments and is very popular in Texas.
Shelby Brunk is here to tell us more about this new shop.
I went down to Aggieville to check out some of the new locations. One of my favorite happened to be Fuzzy's Tacos.
Aggieville had another grand opening, this one with a family-friendly feel. With their bright signs and engaging music, one Fuzzy's employee chooses to describe this new location as a lot of fun.
Just the atmosphere is pretty cool, the music's cool, and when you come in, you're gonna get a hey Fuzzy, you know, welcome.
Number 57.
Fuzzy's customers choose from 8 different taco selections, salads, sandwiches, and breakfast items. Although they have a spicy atmosphere, Fuzzy's considers himself to be family-friendly.
I like to be able to walk out there and see kids having fun. I think it's way more important than my bartending job. I like to see people smile.
Fuzzy's isn't the only to have just opened. Johnny Cause and 1863 are undergoing expansion projects that will be completed by the end of 2013. Sandy Stack, owner of Fuzzy's, says the more the merrier.
I think it's great that you're building something that's going to be popular, a destination for people to go. That's what brings businesses to survive and to do well, is because you have other businesses around you doing well.
Fuzzy's opening day being a hit, Stevie Johnson says he would recommend it to his friends.
One of my friends tried it in Arizona for the festival and said that it was really good food, and so I decided to come out tonight.
It's always good to have new additions to the Ville to bring in more revenue. I'm especially pleased because Mexican happens to be my favorite.
If you were walking through campus last week, you might have seen something a little bit out of the ordinary covering the entire Bosco Plaza.
Channel 8's reporter Courtney Liebel was there and brings us the scoop on what had everybody taking a second glance.
Nope, you're not seeing things. There definitely was a gigantic hole right in the middle of Bosco Plaza. Or was there?
Awesome with chalk.
I'm awesome with chalk.
So
you got it.
So that's all you're good with?
No, I can paint as well and draw.
Street painting artist Nate Baranowski gave people quite the surprise with his unique 3D chalk painting.
Take a photo up here. All right, take a photo.
Children of all ages love his work.
How do you do that? He smears it with his finger. Yeah.
Like finger painting.
Except chalk.
How long have you been here?
Except it's chalk.
Baranowski has done his chalk drawings for the past 4 years all over the United States. His business started by scribbling chalk announcements all over the University of Illinois Quad. He used his talents to create chalk murals to advertise events on campus. This idea soon developed into a full-time college job and continues today in Tampa, Florida, with the new name Street Canvas Design.
Okay, so
People were using their very modern technology to record a very old art form. Even though there were tons of angles to see the picture from, Nate gave people an idea where to stand to get the best angle of the painting. So, stand here, and then look there.
It's so cool that K-State could have such a unique artist showcase his talent on campus. It's time for another break, but stay tuned to meet our special guests from the zoo, and Katya Leik will have our weather forecast.
Nearly 150 years ago, the first native limestone was carved into the campus of Kansas State University. Since that time, K-State has known what it takes to rise to the challenge. Now, we're challenging ourselves to become a top 50 public research university by the year 2025. To reach that status, our research dollars, endowment, career award winners, and patents are growing to match our internationally recognized programs and research. K-State 2025 is more than a challenge, it's a commitment we'll keep. Because where there's a wildcat, there's a way. It was the day the music nearly died. Little remained after a 1968 fire roared through Nichols Hall at Kansas State University, reducing the music department to rubble. But before the embers of that terrible fire had even died, a new fire blazed within every member of the Wildcat Band. Using the only sheet music that survived the fire, the band pumped up the next home crowd with a rousing rendition of Wabash Cannonball. To this day, the jingle, the rumble, and the roar still fire up the fans and brings them to their feet. Where there's a wildcat, there's a way.
Welcome back. We're joined today with Julie from the Sunset Zoo. Who do you have with us here?
Well, this is an eastern screech owl. This is one of our education animals, so you won't see him on exhibit at the zoo. But we use him for programming, and we'll have some programs this weekend at Spooktacular, so you may see him there.
What does he eat? What's his diet like?
Well, this is a bird of prey, so mainly small rodents and maybe even small bats that they would find flying around at nighttime.
Since he's like a smaller owl, is there any defense mechanisms that he has to use since, you know, he is a bird of prey, but being so small?
Yeah, he's a predator, but he's also a prey animal. So he has excellent camouflage. Screech owls are known for their incredible camouflage. He has little feather tufts that I might be able to have him stick up. No, I don't think he's going to want to. They look like ears almost, but it's just feathers that they can stick up on top of their head to kind of help break up their silhouette when they're perching in a tree. And their feather coloration helps them blend into the bark. So very, very good camouflage.
Awesome. And he's not your only new addition at the Sunset Zoo, we hear?
Yeah, this is a new addition to our education department. We don't usually broadcast our education animals since they are not on exhibit, but we do have a lot of exhibit animals in the zoo that are new, including an Amur leopard, some prairie dogs, some sun conures, which are small parakeet-like birds. Lots of great things to look at.
For people who might want to own a different kind of bird like an owl, is there any specific ones like him that you might recommend?
Typically it's illegal to own owls as they are native animals in Kansas. Some laws are different in different states. They're not usually a good pet to have. They're really difficult to care for, and their true home is in the wild. So, and the reason we have this one, actually, he was an orphan this past spring at Milford Nature Center, so we were able to place him at the zoo as an education animal.
And what exactly does an education animal do again?
Well, we use them for our programming, so they get to come here for the news show. We do educational programming almost every day. It seems like we have another program going on. They're used in our summer camps. Any kind of different educational activity we have going on, we'll use our education animals for.
Well, thank you for stopping by, but before you leave, can you tell us when Spooktacular is coming up?
Yeah, Spooktacular will be this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, noon to 4:30. We encourage everybody to come out. It's a really fun event. Bring your kids, dress up in costume. With every child that dresses up, it's $5 and you get 2 adults in for free. So it's a really good deal.
Oh, well, thank you.
Sure.
It's always fun to have special guests on our show. Speaking of special guests, Kansas State University had their very own special guest recently.
Millions of people are affected by America's immigration policy, and some in ways that you may not expect. The economics of immigration was the subject of a recent speech given by Texas Tech economics professor Ben Powell at Kansas State University.
Our very own Channel 8 reporter Jason Beats covered the event for us. Jason, what were his main points?
Powell said that immigration is not a drag on the U.S. economy, that immigrants do not steal jobs from native-born American workers, and that immigrants do not depress wages. His discussion on immigrants' impact on jobs and wages intersected around the controversial use of undocumented immigrants as farm workers. American farmers have a problem. Many crops are being left in the ground to rot as a result of a lack of workers to pick them. This reality is at the core of one part of the immigration debate, the extensive use of low-paid, undocumented immigrants as farm workers. Ben Powell, an economics professor at Texas Tech University and a senior fellow at the Independent Institute, addressed this issue during a speech at Kansas State University.
You know, it's popular in the immigration debate. Some people will be like, immigrants do the jobs that the native citizens won't do. True, but then someone will say, but if you paid more, the native citizens would do them. Also true, unasked. Would the job exist if you had to pay more? Answer in many cases, no. So what do we see actually in agricultural markets now in the United States? Many instances of the farmers not being able to get laborers to come in and harvest the crop. They'll leave a lot in the ground to rot, take billions of dollars of losses. They could bid up the wages enough to get you all to drop out of school and to come harvest the crop. But to do so, then make even bigger losses. It's not worth paying you that high price for what they're going to get for the crop later.
Powell believes that the U.S. should allow any immigrant who wants to come to the United States to do so.
Congress may return to debating the U.S. immigration policy after it resolves the government shutdown.
We'll take a quick break and be right back with weather and sports.
The Riley County Police Department and our bike team would like to remind drivers that texting and driving is illegal and dangerous. Remember not to text and drive.
And we're back with our weather reporter, Katia Like. What's it looking like outside and what's it going to look like for the rest of the week?
Well, we've got a lot of clear skies right now. It's pretty chilly, so like I said, you might want to put on a nice jacket. But if we take a look outside right now, you're going to see there's no clouds. It's a nice time if you want, kids are walking from class, they mostly just have sweatshirts on. And that's what you can kind of expect for the rest of the week. Now if we take a look at our state's weathers, you can see up here in Seattle to expect around 62, along with down in Los Angeles, it always stays nice and warm, 88. Here in Salt Lake City, 56. Also, as we go to Chicago, up here it's 58, low of 43. And Miami is always nice and warm, 87. But one thing you can expect is there is a jet wave coming through from Seattle down to Dallas here at 66 and up to us in Manhattan with cold weather from Canada. So you can expect some clear skies, but it to be pretty chilly to stay around the 50s and the 60s. If we take a look at Kansas weather, there's in Dodge City, you can expect 55. In Salina, 61. Wichita as well is 61. Here in Manhattan today, it's a high of 60. And Topeka is 61 as well, low of 39. If we take a look at the week weather, the 5-day forecast, today the high of 60. As you continue on through the week, it's going to be clear skies, the same weather. It's going to continue on to be 60, 66. And you can look forward to football. You can just wear a light jacket and enjoy football season on Saturday. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Katia. Now we'll kick it on over to sports with reporter Amy Himmelberg.
Thanks, Miley. The Kansas State Wildcats fought hard but ultimately fell to the number 15 Baylor Bears. Sophomore quarterback Daniel Sam's rushing total was the second highest in school history, and his 3 rushing touchdowns gave him 10 in his career. In the fourth quarter, however, a crucial interception gave the Bears a lead with a final score of 25-35. The Wildcats are now 2-4 overall for this season. Next week, the Wildcats will have a bye week to get ready for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Kansas State Volleyball took a trip downtown to Norman, Oklahoma this past week to take on the Sooners. Senior Caitlin Pelger had a match high of 17 kills along with 10 digs and 5 blocks. However, the Lady Cats were not able to beat the Sooners with a final score of 3-1. The Lady Cats play Texas Tech at home coming up on October 19th. In other Kansas City sports, the Kansas City Chiefs continue their winning streak after last Saturday's game, defeating the Oakland Raiders 24-7. Arrowhead Stadium gained the world record for the loudest stadium at 137.5 decibels. The Chiefs will take on the Houston Texans at home next week. This has been your sports update. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Amy. We're going to take one last quick break, but stay right here with the last look at weather.
K-State Student Radio brings every game to K-State fans on the Wildcat 91.9.
Klein's going to take a pitch out to the right. Hubert dices his way up and into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown. Takes the snap. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw deep over the middle of the field for Tyler Lockett. Catches it. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kansas State.
For all of your K-State sports coverage, tune into the Wildcat 91.9.
Welcome back. We're going to jump back outside with Katya to get one last look at weather.
Hi guys, like I said, clear skies, nice and sunny, a little chilly, wear that light jacket and enjoy the rest of your week of clear skies and sun.
Thanks, Katya.
Okay, did you see that owl? I'm sad that it's illegal. I kind of wanted one.
I know. I wish that I could keep one.
It had all that sass and attitude. It was like...
Oh my gosh. So I'm glad that you're bringing back the bow tie.
Yes,
I dig it.
The bow tie had a little bit of a time off, but it is back and in many different colors, so you never know which one's going to pop up.
I know, I kind of wanted to match you, to be honest.
I
You guys
know.
have probably been wondering that all show.
Yeah,
so.
we tried.
Thanks. That'll be it for this week. But for more exciting news, tune in next week and follow us on Twitter at Channel 8 KSU and on Facebook, Channel 8 News KSU.
And from Amy, Katya, Miley, and myself, thanks for watching.
A Wildcat legacy from generation to generation.
Where my grandfather went to school.
Where my mother went to school.
It's a legacy scholarship program started by the K-State Alumni Association, specifically for the children and grandchildren of K-State alumni. When you buy a K-State license plate, you fund legacy scholarships.
Show your purple pride and be a part of the Wildcat legacy.
Choose your direction and navigate the road to success. Discover opportunities. Make connections. Reach your destination. Earn a degree online from Kansas State University. Choose your direction. We'll help navigate.
Kansas State University's PowerCat Financial Counseling presents SALT, a game-changing financial tool. It's simple, useful, and best of all, free for K-State students and alumni. SALT provides personal money coaches, help with student loans, and a wide range of career opportunities. Go online to kstate.edu/SALT and see what SALT is all about. Get money smart today.